Brendan Fitness and Money is canceled. From now on, I'll be known as Brendan Evan. This channel is getting a new direction, a refined look, and I'm really stoked about it. Plus, I have some big plans. I really want you to know who Brendan Evan is when it pops up in your subscription feed or whenever you see me in the future. It's me. First of all, we're going in a new direction. Two of the most difficult things in life to stick with are fitness and money. In 2019, I started this YouTube channel to talk about both and to help people win with both. But that has to change. They're just two totally different topics, and one of them had to go. James Clear in his awesome book, Atomic Habits, says, if you care about the goal, focus on the system. And what I take from this is that my system has lacked focus for the last 2 years. I care that people come here, enjoy a video, and learn something new. And the best way for that to happen is for everything to be focused on one topic so that you can come here and know what to expect and have a better time. From now on, this channel will be focused solely on personal finance, investing, and money for humans. In fact, that's the new catchphrase that I had designed for this channel. Money for humans means that financial concepts will be explained in a way that you can totally understand and that you can actually act on. And speaking of that, I've got a new look. I've got a refined kind of design to my overall branding, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I've got a sweet new logo. I've got some illustrations. I've got the new homepage of my channel looking new and looking fresh, and I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited about big plans for expansion. Number one, I want to make better videos. Frankly, my early videos were not very good. Even though a few of them have been fairly popular as far as getting views, they're just not great. I ramble too much. I don't get to the point, and I don't want to do that in this video either, but I want them to be punchy, entertaining, and actually worth spending your time on, because I'm asking for your most valuable resource, and that's time. And so it's only fair for me to deliver value back to you. I bought a new camera. Hello. So I can get more angles and different angles. I've got an overhead camera rig up here above me so I can get some sweet shots there. There's the overhead camera rig. It's awesome. And I'm just excited to make the best videos possible. There's also a lot of potential baked into this year. Ideally, I would love to go full-time on YouTube, and that would mean a lot more videos for you. Typically, I've been uploading 1 video per week, and that's fine. But if I went full-time, it would be 3 or 4 videos per week. That being said, I'm considering a few options, and I would love your feedback. If it's worth your time, then let me know. There's 4 possible options here. Number 1, a second channel. This could be where we do totally different videos where I react to certain content or where I go in a completely new direction. Like I love cars. I would love to review cars for a living. So I could potentially do that. Let me know if you'd want to watch other kinds of videos that are outside of this mold that I've been making videos on so far. Secondly, and I probably should really do this, is start a newsletter. And all that would do is to share things that I found impactful. Because I know some of you are like, hey, this guy says some decent stuff and I don't want to necessarily sit through a 16-minute video. So maybe he could just send me an email and it would have like bullet points of these are the best books I've read recently, or this is a summary of a book, or this is a great video that taught me a new thing, or whatever that looks like. That way you can get more info in a shorter time frame on your own schedule delivered right to your inbox. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. Obviously, completely for free. I would never charge for that. And also, I wouldn't spam you a bunch because this is work to kind of put that together. And so it would only come occasionally. I mean, maybe a couple times a month at the most. Like this wouldn't be something that happened a lot. And so it would be a very occasional newsletter. A third option would be YouTube memberships. As a member, you would pay something like $2 to $10 a month and you would get access to exclusive stuff. So for one thing, you would get a whole different look in like the comment section and it would stand out because you would have something like a custom icon next to your name so that it would be really obvious that you get kind of preferential treatment in the comments. I kind of like that. I mean, that clout there is nice. You would also get access to member-only videos that aren't published for the world to see. So I see the potential there to have something like member-only Q&A videos where I could look in the comment section of any video that you watch, find your special emoji, find your question, and then upload a special member Q&A video where I answer all those questions for you guys in a little bit more detail. And I'm even considering online classes. This is something that I think makes a lot of sense because we just don't get taught enough in school to have a really useful start to finish kind of progression on how to do stuff. Specifically, money stuff. I don't know about you, but I haven't used the Pythagorean theorem anytime recently here. I haven't done any trigonometry to solve problems at work. If I did that, and it's a big if, I would want the classes to be A, cheaper than most, because I've paid for classes that are between $200 and $500. And to me, that's still worth it, but I think that that kind of excludes a lot of people. I've seen classes listed for over $1,000, and I'm sure there's good value there. And the potential of making money on some of these classes is actually huge. So $1,000 could be totally wiped out, like immediately, because you're making more money or you're saving more money as a result. Like these money related classes are great. right? I just can't imagine charging that much for a class. I would want everybody to be able to access this information. And so I'm considering doing this, considering uploading them to a place like Skillshare where you get like a 1 or 2 month free trial. So even if you literally have $0 to your name, as long as you have access to the internet, you could sign up for that free trial, take some classes, and then cancel it. I've actually done that once. I didn't do it more than once. I just did it one time. I watched some of Ali Abdal's classes, canceled membership. I think it can be worth it because you can access it totally for free without paying a dime. So all that to say, let me know in a comment if you want to see any of those things happen. A second channel, a newsletter, memberships, or online classes. Any of those things would help out a ton. Now, if anybody is interested in seeing my home DIY project attempts to make this desk happen, let's go see what happens here. It's a mess. This desk ended up being a lot harder to make than I expected. I have these like folding brackets that I thought would be cool to put up against the wall over here, because then whenever I sit here and talk to you, then I can be where I want to be to make the video. And then in other instances, I could do like a top-down shot, or I could do other things where a desk is required. Gives me all the functionality of a desk, but it can be stored away against the wall. As it turns out, that was a bit of a challenge for me. I got a decent piece of plywood from a home improvement store. I cut it to shape. I sanded it down. I made sure that it would actually fit in the spot here where it's supposed to fit. And then I started mounting these brackets on the wall. Now, you probably shouldn't do this after work late at night when you're not thinking very clearly, because what I ended up doing was mounting this 5 inches too high on the wall. I finally got to use this special like pour over finish that I've had in the garage for like 3 years. And I thought it would be really cool because it's sort of a bar top where you have like that thick, clear, shiny, smooth finish. I've never used it on anything. I decided to try it out for this, and I did it, and it turned out decent. I got a lot of bubbles on the top, but then I bring it in here to try and see what the top would look like and to kind of test it out as a desk. It was way too high. I mean, 5 inches too high is like a mountain when we're talking about a desk. I just could not believe it. So then, of course, I had to uninstall the brackets, move everything down, patch the drywall, and here we are back to square one, essentially, to test fit this thing again. What a wreck. I think it's going to turn out pretty nice, though. My last and most important goal for this year is to make videos that you actually want to watch, that you look forward to. So far in 2022, the favorite video that I've made is this one that's called the worst investing apps for beginners. It was a lot of fun to make, chopped up a bunch of pineapple, and I kind of loved it. If you want to see more of that style that I'm hopefully going to include for the future, click right here. And for fun, I like to have a secret comment section. As you know, if you're here, you expected a secret comment. Today, the secret comment word is desk. Of course it is. If you enjoyed the video, include an emoji or just the word desk, and I'll keep an eye out for it since these are my favorite comments by far. I appreciate you all so much. This is a dream come true. Thank you for being here.